And you were down by 30 points, and I read that you're now within single digits and closing, correct?
Yes, that's what we hear. We're hearing that throughout the state, that everybody is basically dissatisfied with the way things are going, not only in Massachusetts, but in Washington, and we can do better.
All right, and Republicans, by the way, for those who might think, yes, Republicans could win in Massachusetts. Mitt Romney was the governor there, so it's not that unusual. You apparently have even gotten the attention of MoveOn.org, and I want to get your reaction to this, that they even recognize that this match is within the margin of error. The Cook report says it's very competitive. And this is what MoveOn.org says. A Republican victory there would be a catastrophe. Democrats would lose their 60th vote in the Senate. What does that mean for you?
Well, you know, to have outside groups trying to influence or buy this election, I think, is bad for not only Massachusetts, but for the country. We've asked all outside groups to just stay away and let Martha Coakley and I debate about the differences between us, because they're very real. She wants to basically promote $2.1 trillion of extra taxation. She's in favor of providing constitutional rights to enemy combatants and have us pay for the representation of them. So instead of being a patriot, she's being a lawyer, and it's wrong for the country. It's certainly wrong for the safety of our kids, our families. So there's just so many differences. And when MoveOn.org calls me a right-wing extremist, I've been called a lot of things, but my wife and two daughters, I think, will kind of chuckle at that one.
All right, well, I'm glad you have a sense of humor. All right, but your election would have a profound impact on the country, because it would end the filibuster-proof Senate that the Democrats have. Where do you stand on health care?
Well, it's not good for Massachusetts. We already have 98% of the people insured, and we're going to cut $500 billion from Medicare, and then cut TRICARE for military people, and then have higher taxation, about $1 trillion plus to pay for it, and then we are going to subsidize what other states have failed to do. It's not good. I would be the 41st vote. I would actually stop it, and I would ask for them to go back to the drawing board, because everyone is entitled to some form of insurance. But why do we not need a one-size-fits-all? I don't understand. But the things that people are most concerned right now are the fact that we have a $12 trillion national debt and counting, out-of-control spending, no balance, no fairness, no good government in Washington. And by sending me down there, the Democrats are going to have to ask me for my vote to stop debate. The Republicans are going to have to earn my vote to continue on with debate. You know, I'm not going to be a rubber stamp and almost be robotic like she will, answering to Governor Patrick, Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, the President, you name it. They'll do whatever they're told. I won't. I haven't. I've been an independent voter and thinker forever, and that's why people respect me. And in the last race, the Obama wave, I won by almost 20 points and had more votes than Kerry and Obama in almost all of my towns. So I'm ready to get down there and work and start to look out for the interests of Massachusetts and the country.
If somebody asks me how I identify myself politically, I would say I'm a Reagan conservative. How would you answer that question? How do you identify yourself politically?
As a Scott Brown Republican. I've always been my own person, and that's why I have gotten to where I am. Yeah. And I believe in fiscal responsibility and making sure we live within our means.
Are you socially liberal?
We don't tax people back to the Stone Age, and we basically get our fiscal house in order to make sure we don't become economically dependent on China and Russia and put us at a strategical disadvantage. It just makes no sense. So I'm going to go down there and be the same person I've always been and look at each and every vote, each and every bill, and make a good, logical decision, and then represent the people of my state and make sure that the interests of the United States are taken care of, especially on terrorism and foreign policy and our fiscal mess that we're in right now. And I'm very excited to do that. If people want to, send a thunderclap around the country, then go to brownforussenate.com, learn more about me, get involved, and let's have some fun. If you